Patch notes 7.11 is here. Thus, I can say, Happy Fru's Giving. Are you thankful for your static? You better be. Let's quickly go over these patch notes. There isn't going to be a whole lot, but let's get to it just straight off the bat. First things first, the new role quests prologue. This is... I'm confused. What? Anyway, added to the new game plus, the role quest Dawn Trail, the prologue? Wouldn't that be before I'm confused. Anyway, that's added new game plus, whatever. New orchestrion roles have been added, obviously from Fru. We'll get to that in a minute, because I already took a glance through this. I like what I see. We'll get to that in a second. Battle system. The high-end duty futures rewritten ultimate has been added. And, well, odds are pretty decent by the time you see this. The world to race first is on. The race to world first is on. Race to world first is in fact on. This will be going on pretty much all week. I'll just tell you that right now. I'm going to be watching the race to world first. I almost don't care who wins. I'll probably pick a team to root for partway through, but I'm just curious to watch the fight and make discoveries at the same time the world firsters do. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it with the Savage. I look forward to doing it with Ultimate as well. You, of course, can only do this if you cleared M4S, which I came dangerously close to doing today. So close. So close. Just need to get my act together. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But in any case, you go ahead and do it. You can enter it only through the raid finder. After forming a party of 8, you have to preform your party. You have to go to PF. You have to go ahead and go in with a static. You cannot use the raid finder to form a party. Those of us in NA have no idea what the heck I just said, because it's really only something that's done on literally the other side of the planet. Because over in NA, the raid finder never pops. I'm pretty sure in EU, the raid finder never pops. You can't use it for Ultimate. Have to use a PF. Which, honestly, better way to go. In addition, this actually kind of surprises me. This is probably the case with all the other ones. I just never realized this. There's a weekly lockout for Fru. That's probably the case with the ones. I just never thought about it. But apparently you can only get one ultimate weapon per week. So good luck. Good luck. Reward eligibility resets Tuesday at 12 a.m. Pacific time as per usual. This is going to be the big thing that we're going to see how it plays a role in all of this. If multiple party members are the same job inside an ultimate raid, the limit gauge will no longer fill passively. They say as battle progresses, this means the passive filling. The active filling, such as when you heal near-death damage or when you also prevent special attacks, it will still fill from that, but it will not fill passively. I'm very curious how this is going to end up doing things, but I think for the most part, what this is their attempt to try and kill double red mage metas, or trying to kill the no healer top run. And by the way, for those trying to go ahead and say, oh my god, healing's in a horrible spot, did you hear they cleared the Omega protocol with no healer? Yes. One or two groups did. with massive coordination. It's still not something that's that everyone's doing. Calm down. PvP changes. Keep in mind, these are PvP changes. I want to repeat that. These are PvP changes. PvP changes. These are not affecting the current PvE or your normal dungeon content at all. This is only for PvP content. And I know you may not believe me when I say this, but believe it or not, M4S Sunrise Sabbath and Electrope Edge 2 and the entire ice phase of Sphene Extreme are not PvP content. I know, I'm shocked too, but they're not. This is for Frontlines and Crystalline Conflict. And apparently something called Rival Wings. I don't know. That sounds made up. Paladin. They get a nerf to their shield smite. Recast timers to increase from 20 to 24 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's their stun. Imperator had its healing reduced from 4,000 to 3,000. Barrier strength has been nerfed from 10,000 to 8,000. Unaspecting damage of the remaining barrier has been increased to 150% of it. So Sheldtron, easier to pop, but if you ignore it, you are punished. So before, if I popped Holy Sheldtron as a paladin and you ignored me, when Holy Sheldtron expired, I would detonate like a bomb for 10,000 damage to everyone near me. Now, I'll still only have 8,000 on Holy Sheldtron. If you ignore me, you instead now take 12,000 damage as I detonate like a bomb. Warrior Onslaught potency has been increased from Onslaught by 10%, by what would that be? 20%? Neat. Orogeny HP consumed, which you totally forgot about. Let's be honest, you forgot Orogeny consumed HP, didn't you? I know you did. That's been reduced from 20 to 10%. Potency increased by 20%. Neat. Not really going to change a whole lot other than you're not going to think twice about popping Orogeny. You're just going to do it. Monk's wind reply, they can go ahead and be obnoxious more often. Going from 20 seconds to 16 seconds. They can go ahead and just shove you off. Like an Annoyatron. The Samurai, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what any of this is. I only know my samurai skills by colors and shapes, not by names. But we see a range buff to Setsugeka, both the regular and Keishi variety, going from 5 to 8 yalms, and Meikyo Sushi. The Meikyo Sharingan effect duration has been reduced from 4 seconds to 3 seconds. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea. Viper that can blood coil more often. I forgot what blood coil is. And potency of Twin Fang Bite, Twin Blood Bite, Uncoiled Twin Fang and Uncoiled Twin Blood increased from 3,000 to 4,000. Good potency increase, 25% across the board. Keep an eye out on the Vipers. Machinist Wildfire is still around. Number of attacks needed to cause the pitch to detonate has been reduced from 5 to 4. Potency has been increased from 3,000 to 4,000. So it's now more likely to go ahead and detonate that wildfire. If I'm not mistaken, I think they only even got 4 hits of their overheat. Full Metal Field recast time has been reduced from 40 seconds to 32 seconds. Black Mage is still coming to terms with its existence now in PvP. It is bizarre. Breeze of Fire has had its additional potency increased by 500. Flare Star has been increased from 16,000 to 18,000. The dot has been increased from 6 to 9 seconds, which means one more tick. Look out, Black Mage fire mode is more dangerous. But at the same time, so the way Black Mage works now, to keep this in mind, they can either keep using their fire spell or their ice spells and basically just be instacast demons, or they can switch to fire spells, do more damage, but they have to actually cast them. They are now a turret. So they are more dangerous as a turret using their highest end skills. I'm pretty sure both of these actually require a the LB. But they are stationary. So if you see a Black Mage standing still, kill them. Summoner Crimson Cyclone's been increased by 33%. Necrotize has been reduced to 10-second cooldown. Neat. Red Mage got nerfed. Rip. I'm not surprised. Like, honestly, like, PvP Red Mage was silly. Embolden, damage dealt reduced by 20%. Reduction of damage taken reduced by 20%. Displacement increases the damage and healing potency of the next spell cast from 20% to 15%, so a 25% nerf there. And Prefulgence now has its potency only at 10,000. Healing potency on self reduced to 10,000. Healing potency on a party member has been reduced to 10,000. That's fine, honestly. Like, I'm a little sad, but it was kind of silly. Creature Motif, faster. Living Muse, faster, 20 to 16. Palm Motif, faster. Wing Motif, faster. Claw Motif, faster. Maw Motif, faster. Palm Muse. All muses went from recast time from 20 to 16 seconds. All motifs went from had their cast time reduced to 2 seconds and their recast time reduced to 3 seconds. Done. Astro, they are allowed to exist and thus must be punished. Gravity 2, heavy... Ooh, that got a nerf. Good. Heavy duration has been reduced by 33% down to 2 seconds. Gravity 2 and double cast reduced. Heavy effect reduced to 3 seconds, down from 5. Holy smokes. Macrocosmos had his potency nerfed, 12,000 to 10,000. Healing potency granted upon executing Macrocosmos reduced from 6,000 to 5,000 plus 25% combat damage. Ellipses has its barrier strength reduced from 8,000 to 6,000. Lady of Crowns is still allowed to exist, but has its potency, his healing reduced from 8,000 to 6,000. And Lord of Crowns still exists, reducing its potency from 8,000 to 6,000. In addition to Black Mage, the cast time of its applicable actions has been reduced from... Its cast times have been reduced slightly. 1.44 to 1.32. And recast time reduced from 2.4 to 2.2. Basically, Yoshi P wanted to go ahead and the award medal for being good Black Mage, he wanted to put it on himself again, clearly. That is clearly what happened here. Again, this is for PvP only. Your potency that is normally measured in the hundreds is not suddenly increased drastically. PvP does not gain bonus from stats at all. So when you see 12,000 potency, you're dealing 12,000 damage. All right. New items have been added. Here's one this is actually really good to check out for those who are just like, oh, it's the ultimate patch. It's not affecting me. First off, there's all that PvP. You can go ahead and do that and be as salty as the rest of us. And then after you're as salty as the rest of us, it's okay. I'm right here. I'll give you a hug and then tell you, don't worry. PvP sucks anyway. But that also being said, new items are available for exchange at the achievement certificate. This is a vendor in Gridania. This is also where you get the shake drink. It's either shake drink is available at this vendor or it's the water plants. emote that just came out. That was just put at this. Now there's even more items that were added for the achievement certificates. There's actually a decent chance that this is just related to Fru, and it actually isn't important at all. System new achievements added, new music and sounds added, resolved issues. I am going to I can go ahead and super abridge these actually. An issue with the Alliance raid, first walk where an area name would not display. An issue in the duty finder when partaking in the Alliance raid would not give where gear wasn't included in the awards already counted. You could have received additional awards, now you can't. Issues with the trial minstrels ballads fiends burden wherein under certain circumstances players would become incapacitated when under gravitational. Wait, hold up. An issue in the trials Fiend EX wherein under certain conditions players would become incapacitated when the effect of gravitational anomaly expired. Now I wonder in some weird polls I had in Fiend EX how many people just died to that. An issue where playing as a summoner you are allowed to play. That's clearly what they meant to type there. All right, you know what? I changed my mind. Reading these is stupid because this is gonna go on forever. A lot of these we already knew existed. Furnishings that were being implemented in 7.15 were being able to be viewed. That is now fixed. RIP. I'd never even took a look at them. An issue with subcombat forces when the amount of materials obtained from sectors newly added was lower than intended. Yeah, I got none of them. That's clearly lower than intended. Issue in the hunt where people were unable to exchange more than 100 of any given currency at once. An issue where the Mogpendium wherein rewards for weekly objectives were unobtainable. RIP. An issue where playing without joining a party wherein the text players one could not be used. An issue when playing the PS4 you were allowed to play. An issue where in data center selection were occasionally unavailable when selecting data center from the title screen. Okay, other various issues, whatever. New issue, an issue when using Black Mage PvP action Wreath of Fire while executing fire and its subsequent permutations wherein the action's effect occasionally would not be visible to. Okay, so that's just the animation would just not be visible. So someone might explode. You just don't see from what. New items. All right, so we can go ahead and see Eden Ultimate Sword, Eden Ultimate Axe, Eden Ultimate Dark Knight Weapon, etc., etc. Eden. Damn. I was hoping to get the ultimate Eden degen. Eden, the Oracle token. And here is what I actually cared about. Return to Oblivion, the Sinners and Scion ban. So we already know now, going into Fru, Return to Oblivion, there is going to be a Shiva phase, most likely. It is going to have a new flavor of Return to Oblivion. I cannot wait to hear it. Gimme. And a new track, Sundering of the Light, that will most likely be the very last phase, if I had to guess. I'm guessing. Let me actually go ahead and put my predictions for the phases now. We already know that Dad Ultimate is the opening phase. I'm gonna say immediately after that is the Grapes Beast in phase 2, followed by the Oracle of Darkness, then a phase of I'm going to say a phase of Gaia and Reen fused, then a phase of them unfused, and then a phase, and then finally finishing off with a phase of them refused. I think that's our 6 phases. It might just be a 5 phaser. I don't know. That is it though. So we don't see anything new in this new item list that could be our items available for exchange from the achievement certificate. So maybe it is in fact just old items that are now made available. So here's one thing we know, all right? One of the things that was promised a while back when it came to PvP, right, was the fact that the battle pass items would be available again if you did miss out. They did not want to give a full feeling of FOMO. So maybe, and this might be a copious amount of cope I just inhaled to go ahead and be able to handle the massive leg cramp that ended my stream early, coming into play. I kid, of course, I don't have a bottle of cope. Maybe that is in fact what this is. Can I get my sunglasses, please, please, pretty please, 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 Yoshi P, please, please. Hey, Yoshi, Yoshi, please, please. Hey, Yoshi, please, please. Please, 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 please. In any case, that is all I have for Fru. Anyway, if you like what you heard, please give a like, please subscribe. I do stream every single day except Friday and whenever I am too tired from work. And as always, take care, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.